So our last two questions address the issue of affordable housing. As we're all aware, Toronto has a grave shortage of deeply affordable housing. Despite new laws created by the provincial government to fast-track the building of new homes and apartments, there's still a dearth of new housing in Toronto. At the same time, condos continue to be built, which are too expensive and too small for the people who would like to afford them. This is especially true for people who want to have a family and cannot fit in a one-bedroom apartment. Our housing prices, both for ownership and rentals, have increased far quicker than wages, so that even wealthy people have grown children living in their homes, well after the time they expected them to leave. City Council has defined affordable housing as 80% of the market price, allowing market prices to set the levels instead of what people actually make. So our next question is, as City Councillor, what is your position on how to satisfy the need for deeply affordable and livable housing in Toronto? And what stakeholders would you work with to make this possible? Sheena Sharp.
Okay. So just so we're on the same page, deeply affordable housing is where a person's income is so low that they cannot possibly be served by the private development industry, because the cost of building and the cost of land and putting it all together would result in a mortgage that is simply too high. So for deeply affordable housing, we need subsidies, and those subsidies are usually free land, grants for construction, or rent geared to income. And as Reverend Milton said, 10 years for a studio, 15 years for a 3-bedroom. By the time you get that, your kids who you wanted to put in those bedrooms will be gone. And so the city is responsible for social housing. The province provides a subsidy, and we pay the rest through our taxes. And until recently, the subsidy for Toronto was essentially zero, and some municipalities got a third. So we're slowly getting more money, and we are playing catch up. I think in this, frankly, insane rental market, the cheapest way to provide subsidies is not RGIs, but to provide free land and subsidies directly to the construction industry on a per unit basis. It's done a lot. So when I say free land, I mean, look at the crosstown. We have all these beautiful little jewel box stations. There should be housing on top of that, right? We should be making the most of the city land. We should be making the most of remaindered buildings. I would agree with the new city's move to move development work in-house. In other words, take the profit out of it. And also, I would have agreed to move construction management in-house, because I think the solution for deeply affordable housing is how can we provide decent housing but make our dollars go as far as we can, and that kind of means we need about 100 solutions put together in order to get even close. Thank you very much.
Thank you.